do you think that perhaps we should accept the reality of military coups on the continent by maybe formalizing or constitutionalizing military coups on the continent, to say that if a civilian government doesn't do right by the people, the military have the power to decide to set that government aside?
As an aspiring leader, I would say it's a very difficult question because military rule is very putative. Something trusting someone with gun is just like casting a vote of confidence to a politician whose ideology and political agenda is not clear, you know. And of course, it's a vote of confidence where it's the output that can tell whether your decision was right or wrong. You know, it's just like you had to conduct some kind of super intelligence to understand that, well, this guy mean well for the people, doesn't mean well for the people. Because sometimes even the indicative factors could be true or false, will not always be very, very, very indicative of the true situation that we're talking about. So what I'm trying to say here is that this is a question that, you know, if the different assemblies of the different countries could approve of it, maybe in the context of the countries, and of course, if these questions were to be taken to the Pan-African Parliament and the EU, it will be a better place for us to have a concrete answer based on a majority of the people's wish. But since democracy also, by the participatory method, is failing, it will now be difficult on what method, what strategy, what tool.
Okay, Fabrice, we have the AU, we have the ECOWAS, and we have other sub-regional bodies, you know, who sometimes we look up to, you know, to put a check on certain African leaders who are not doing right by its people. How do we strengthen these institutions? Sometimes it gets very difficult, considering that some of the leaders from the various countries themselves are not true democrats, but yet they get to represent their countries in these bodies. So how do we make sure that people representing us at that level and the institution itself has a way of, you know, checkmating some of these dictators?
When the leaders are unable to deliver in their own countries, you don't expect them to deliver at the level of the regional bloc. And when you look at AU today, they are so silent on issues that are very pertinent across the continent. They are so silent on peace and security questions, on internal conflicts, on the conflicts that they should have voted for direct intervention, on issues that they were supposed to take as primordial concern. But of course, you understand why they are silent, because they themselves are unable to rule or lead by good faith.
Well, thank you so much, Fabrice Lena, Cameroonian politician and humanitarian worker. We appreciate you joining us on Africa Update and sharing your perspectives with us.